So on your roof right here by the slider, you have this really cool fan. So this fan, you can set it to 78, like, so it will automatically turn on when you're parked and then just open up and give you air. And you can change the direction. So if you're like cooking bacon and you want the air to go out, it'll suck it out, or you can push it the other direction and it'll bring the nice cool air, fresh air into your cabin, which is nice. Also just turn it off when you're driving. Don't drive with this on. Obviously you don't want to rip it off. That would be bad. So those things to think about, but that's a really nice way to get air. In this RV, the way that they did the windows is a really bad design. So do not open these windows. We've had 3 of them break just from normal use because they twist out and they just break and they won't like come back and seat in. So I would say don't touch the windows. You know, obviously if there's an emergency, you're still not going to fit through that window. So just don't touch them. And then you have shades, Roman shades all over the whole place that just click in and then you pull it down to release. So windows, please don't open them because they're very expensive to fix and the parts take forever to get here. We have one on hold that is broken now, so it's duct taped to the side of the car. So don't open. All right, let's talk about the kitchen here. So you have a 3-burner propane stove here. I actually take the grate off because it rattles and I put it up in my cupboard. So it's actually up here. So when you put the grate on, it just kind of seeds into these little guys right here and you slide it in. And then that you can put your pots and pans on top of that. So important to note on this, and I'm gonna have you hold this for me for a second, is that you push down and then you go over to your light and then you push your light button. Now you keep it pushed down while you're choosing your gas, okay? Because if you let go, it just, once you've got it, it's fine, but if you don't do that, then you can't choose your gas. It'll just stay at wherever you let go at. So then just turn it off. If you hear the carbon monoxide thing going off, most likely one of these got pushed over. So just check that first and then find out there. So that'll light for you. You don't need a lighter on most of them. That should be just perfect for you. Now the fridge is smart, which is really cool. You have a fridge and a tiny little freezer in here. You can actually fit a box milk right here and right here, which is handy. And then a little baby freezer if you want to stick some, you know, popsicles in there. And you can actually fit quite a bit of stuff in this fridge, even though it's tiny. It is a smart fridge, which is very cool. So right here, you're gonna see this teeny tiny green light. Barely see it at all. Okay, that means it's on. You can push this and then this turns into a touch screen. So I could choose, I don't want that cold, I want it, you know, medium cold or whatever. I always put it on the coldest, so we just have it all. And then right here, you can choose your different powers. Now it's on gas because it knows that we're only on gas, we're not plugged in. But it will automatically, when you plug in, it'll change to your plug, which is really nice. But if things are not getting cool, just make sure your little baby green light is on here because maybe someone touched it and it turned off. So that's the fridge.
Nice.
And the microwave is a convection oven microwave. I've never used it as such, but it does work that way. Just make sure that you shut the door pretty hard and that it connects. And then it's just a basic microwave and convection oven. You've got drawers down there. Those are empty. I've got all sorts of things up here for you. And then all of these, this one is empty, just for your things to go in. This one I have my bathroom stuff in for you. We'll explain that in a minute. And then for us, we keep this compartment full of the utility things. So we've got up here, we've got your power cord. And now this yellow thing is an adapter. So that would be hooked into any plug at your house. See that? So when you get to the campsite, you would actually take this off and use a 30 volt. So this camper is a 30 volt, and that's important. You won't be able to plug into a 50 because the plug will not work there. And then you've got your water hose. Now in this bag is like all the manuals and everything you need to know, and also your coverings for your windows up in the front. And they just magnet right on. Okay, so you can black out this whole thing, which is really cool. The coverings for these are right above the cab in that compartment. And then these open up and they'll just slide together and click in the middle. And then make sure that you slide them back and put the Velcro around them when you're done so that you're not driving down the road and all of a sudden the thing's shutting in front of you. No good. And then all the Roman shades coming down everywhere and you just pull to shut them. Back here, there's a cool thing. So this is a great way to get air also. So this can either black out back here, or you can pull this tab down hard and then you have a screen. So you can actually open your doors and prop them open with whatever, and then you can get lots of air in that way, which is nice. Again, don't use the windows, they break. Okay, you got this cute little bathroom with these accordion doors, and you can use it open or shut wherever your pleasure is. When you're taking a shower, the shower curtain actually snaps in up there. So this pole doesn't do anything except for hold your bathing suits or whatever you want to do on it. It's not for the shower curtain, which was not intuitive. You also have a fan up here that you can click if you're really smelly. And you have a shower that has a toggle switch that you can kind of turn the water off. You want to shave your legs and save some water, and then turn it back on. And so you've got your shower, you've got your toilet paper holder that actually closes, so you could, you know, take a shower and wash the bathroom at the same time if you want to. And then your toilet. So things to think about with the toilet is your presser foot is over here on the corner, and that's how you would do your toilet. Now after you shut it, you want to maybe push it down just a little bit and get a little bit more water in. Putting water on top of that will seal the smell in. If you have no water or it drains out, you're gonna smell the things that are in your toilet. So that's important to know. Also, after you are done dumping, you put down one of the little tabs that I'll give you, and then a little bit more water, and it'll swish around. It will help to digest the toilet paper and the waste, and then it will help you to dump better. The one thing about these toilets is in a Mercedes like this, you have a really, really small tube for dumping. It's not like the big, huge RV tube that's gravity filled. You actually have like a garbage disposal that chops everything up. So you cannot put any type of tampon down there. Like even if it's flushable wipes, don't do it. Only use the RV toilet paper, and try to be a little bit, you know, chintzy on that as well. What happens sometimes is if people use a lot of toilet paper, you'll be able to see it down there, and if you can see it, it's not going to flush. So you'll have to get my little fancy hanger that I put in there for you and kind of chop it up so that it'll go down into the macerator. Doesn't happen very often, but if it does, then that's what you're dealing with.